What's up, guys? So today we're doing a top 10 countdown. We're counting down the 10 best assists in Dragon Ball FighterZ. Now that all of Season 1 DLC is out, I figured it's a good time to go through these assists and tell you which ones you're going to want to have on your team. So we're talking pure utility here. I know there are some assists that are good with certain characters or good in specific situations, but these are just always good on every team. So let's jump to the list, guys. Thank you for watching. Alright, so coming in at number 10, we've got Trunks. So Trunks' assist is very fast, it's long-reaching, it goes nearly the full screen, and it's pretty good for a few different things. First of all, it goes through projectiles, which is kind of nice. Any sort of Ki Blast style projectile, he just blasts right through it. You can see he even deflects them. So that's pretty nice for closing the gap. It has somewhat short block stun, which can be kind of a problem because you can't do like any really crazy mix-ups when they block it, but one nice thing is you can use a throw right afterwards, and because the hit stun is a little bit shorter than they might expect, they can get thrown afterwards. It's pretty good for combo extension. It's not like the best combo assist in the game, but it's pretty decent. They did buff it a couple patches ago so that it leaves them in hit stun a little bit longer, makes it a little bit easier to combo off of. So all in all, just a very solid assist that's going to work with most characters. It doesn't let you do anything insanely broken, but it does most of the things you want from an assist in terms of good screen coverage, pretty useful in combos, useful in block strings, that kind of thing. So Trunks assist is coming in at number 10. Coming in at number 9, we've got Bardock assist. So Bardock assist is his lariat, which is obviously one of the most powerful moves in the game, and as an assist it's pretty good too. The reach isn't quite as long, but it's still got some nice stuff about it. It's very fast to come out, one of the faster assists, pretty decent block stun, so you can use it pretty good for, you know, block string extension, make them block and then go for a mix-up or whatever. It's pretty solid for that. It's also pretty good for combo extension. You know, it leaves them fairly low, so you don't have to like do a super jump or anything to chase it. And I would say probably the biggest reason why this assist is useful is because it leaves the opponent standing if it hits them. Not very many assists do this. Most of them pop the opponent up in the air. And there's a few advantages to leaving them standing. One is, you know, first of all, you're going to be able to do more damage because you can do a ground combo before you go into the air. You know, if it pops them up in the air, you have to go straight into an air combo, you get fewer hits. But also because if you're doing a setup that involves the assist, you don't have to adjust your setup whether the opponent gets hit or not. So let's say you're doing something like this, where you do a string, you call the assist, and then you air dash in afterwards. So whether they get hit or whether they block it, it doesn't matter. You're going to get the same sort of confirmed setup either way. You don't have to adjust it. You're going to get the full combo regardless. Whereas with an assist that pops them up in the air, it's going to be a little bit tricky. You're kind of left in an awkward situation, and you're going to need like some extra specific confirm that is going to get you less damage. So in general, it's really good to have an assist that leaves the opponent standing, and Bardock's is good for that reason, but also it's quite fast, pretty decent combo extension and block string extension. So Bardock, really good point character, obviously, but also a pretty solid assist as well. He's coming in at number 9. Speaking of good point characters who also have pretty good assists, coming in at number 8 is Cell. So Cell's assist is his air beam. I would say it's not quite as good as a ground beam because the angle means that it's not going to reach as far. You know, the opponent is going to be able to jump out of it or whatever a little bit easier. And it's also slightly more awkward for setting up combos because of the way that it sort of bounces them up in the air. You know, it's going to be a little bit tricky to combo after this, but in terms of space control and in terms of block string extension, it's still extremely good for those. You know, one nice thing about it is that if the opponent is doing a ground beam, a lot of times he's going to snipe them there like that. Pretty useful for that. It's just kind of a tricky angle that not a lot of characters can deal efficiently with. And then also, you know, if you're using it for a block string extension, it holds them still for a pretty good amount of time because it is multiple hits. So you can use that pretty effectively for block strings. So I wouldn't quite say it's as good as a horizontal beam assist, but you know, it's still quite good. You still get a lot of use out of this, and it's just generally a strong assist, I would say. So number 8, we're going with Cell. Next up at number 7, we've got Android 16. So Android 16 assist, I would say, is fairly similar to Bardock assist like we talked about. It comes out fairly fast. It doesn't quite have the range of Bardock assist, but instead it's got a lot of hit stun and block stun. It really makes the opponent sort of plant there for a long time. Whether they get hit by it or whether they block it, just the window that you get afterwards to combo or to block string them after they hit by this is just really long. So it's a really good assist for that reason. And obviously, similarly to Bardock, it is going to leave them standing, which, as I kind of emphasized, is pretty important. Even if they're hit by it, they're left standing, and you get a nice long window afterwards to continue whatever pressure you're applying. So this is really only good for one thing. It's only good when you're up in the opponent's face and you're trying to pressure them or trying to combo them. But in that situation, it is really good. One of the best, I would say, close-up pressure extension assists in the game is Android 16. So that, combined with the fact that he's such a good comeback character, it really makes him one of the best supports in the game. In second or third slot, Android 16 can be extremely effective because of the power of this assist. Next up at number 6, we've got Tien. So Tien's assist is kind of like a pseudo beam. What makes it different from the regular beams is that it's only one hit. As you can see, it's just one hit. So that does have the disadvantage of not having as long of a block stun as a regular beam, but it does have one big advantage, which is that it doesn't throw the opponent full screen. So you can see if they get hit by Goku beam, they're going full screen, but if they get hit by Tien beam, it pretty much just serves them up on a little platter here for me to combo them. So it's really good for that reason. You can use it in block strings or whatever, and then even mid-screen, if they get hit by it, you're going to be able to confirm into a combo very easily because it just pops them up right in front of you. Very good for comboing afterwards. And then the fact that it's full screen means that it's pretty good space control as well. So in general, this is just a very good assist all around. Unlike Android 16 assist, which is only good when you're up close, this assist is pretty much always good. Block string extensions, combo extensions, and space control, it pretty much does it all. The only real downside here is, like I mentioned, it is only one hit, so you're not getting sort of the same setup potential afterwards that you would with a multi-hit assist. But besides that one issue, this assist is pretty much doing everything that you want. Very versatile, and I think that Tien can pretty much go on any team. Extremely good versatile assist, so that's why he's coming in at number 6. And speaking of beam assists, coming in at number 5, we're doing a twofer. It's Goku Black and Super Saiyan Goku. For all intents and purposes, their assists are the same. You know, I did some testing, and like, they're pretty much indistinguishable. If you call them both at the same time, you know, they're both hitting the opponent at the same time. It's the same number of hits as well, both hit 5 times. The only real difference that I could find is that Goku Black's has slightly longer recovery if you call them up close. You can see it takes him a little bit longer to leave the screen, but from far away, they leave at the same time. So generally, these are like the exact same assist, and they're quite good. So unlike Tien, they're 5 hits. So if you're locking the opponent down with them in a block string, they're very good for that reason. You know, force the opponent to block, and then you get a nice long window to do a setup afterwards. In the corner, these are both good for block string extension. You can combo quite easily off of them. The only problem these assists have is that mid-screen combo extension leaves a little bit to be desired. You can see obviously it throws them full screen on hit mid-screen, so you're not going to be able to get anything super optimal off that. You can really only get like a super dash, so it only adds a little bit of damage. But for everything else, they're really useful. Great screen coverage. You can do some stuff like this where you combo multiple beams together using the beam assist. This is really useful for any character with a beam, and then you can combo off it, obviously. You can use it to kind of cover 2 angles of approach, keep the opponent still. So just generally, these are very solid assists to use at neutral, good for using in block strings, and then in the corner, you can confirm off them pretty easily as well. So great assists to have on really any team. Probably the most versatile assists in the game are these 2 beams from the 2 Gokus. So I think that you can safely kind of put them with any character and not feel bad about it. So that's why both these guys are tied for number 5. So if the Goku Black and Goku assists are some of the most versatile in the game, Kid Buu is actually very not versatile. It's really only good for one thing, but it's really, really good at it. So that one thing is block string extension. If you can force the opponent to block this assist, you get some dumb mix-ups afterwards. You can see a lot at high level play, people are using this assist because of the reason that if the opponent blocks it, you are going to get some really stupid mix-ups afterwards. Stuff like, you know, call the assist, jump, and then they have to guess whether you're going to empty jump low or whether you're going to hit them on the way down. This is probably the best assist in the game at enabling mix-ups like that. Extremely hard to block stuff can come from this assist. So really, like, if you can get the opponent to block this, you're in great shape. You're probably going to hit them soon if you have the good mix-ups really grinded out. So I'm a big fan of this assist. Its only downside is, you know, that's really all it's good for, is these block string extensions. You're not really going to be using it for combo extension. It just really doesn't work like that. The fact that it takes so long to come out means you're not really going to be able to do that. But, you know, if you have the opponent blocking and you have some, like, setups that you know are going to work, this assist is just crazy. Really, really popular in tournament play. If you watch a lot of tournament top 8s, you're going to see this a lot because a lot of mix-ups that you do in this game, stuff like throws or stuff like 6M overheads, these are reactable. It's difficult, but if the opponent has really, really good reactions, they can react to it and not get hit. But stuff that you can do while they're blocking this Buu assist is completely unreactable. You know, depending on what you got, like the difference between this and the difference between this, completely unreactable. So really, really strong for that reason. And in terms of offense and opening the opponent up, Kid Buu assist is pretty much unrivaled. It's ridiculously good. So that's why he's coming in at number 4. At number 3 is kind of a similar assist to Kid Buu, actually. It's Gotenks. So once again, the big advantage that this assist has is it holds the opponent still for a really long time. So just like Kid Buu, you know, it's slow to come out, but if you can get them to block it, you're in great shape. They're going to be sitting there for a long time while you go for whatever mix-up you feel like doing. So it's really, really good for that reason. The block stun is not as long as Kid Buu's, but it does have some other advantages to make up for it. Like, one thing is, it tracks the opponent wherever they go, so even full screen, this thing is going to be there. So you can do some dumb stuff, like get them to block a beam, and then call Gotenks assist, and then all of a sudden, you know, you can just rush in there while they're stuck blocking it. Really good for that reason. You know, in the corner especially, you can do some pretty wild stuff with this. And it can be really good as a combo starter as well. You know, like I mentioned, you can just go straight into a combo afterwards. You know, you can do block strings into overhead and combo off them with it. So it does have a lot more use in combos than Kid Buu assist does. So to me, that makes up for the slightly reduced block stun. So very, very good offensive assist. Also with the benefit of that full screen tracking. So Gotenks assist I think is really solid and adds a lot of utility and mix-up potential to any team that you put it on. Next up, coming in at number 2 is one of my personal favorite assists. It's Yamcha. So Yamcha assist is kind of similar to Gotenks and Kid Buu in the sense that its primary use is locking the opponent down, you know, using it in block strings so that you can set up mix-ups and stuff like that. It does hold them still for less long as those assists, but the big thing that this has going for it is its speed. This is one of the fastest assists to come out in the game. So you can use it like in so many situations. So obviously, you know, if you're doing a block string, you can call the assist and then mix up afterwards. You can use it for stuff like overhead plus assist and combo afterwards. You can use it for combo extensions, mid-screen or in the corner. Works great for that. But like, the possibilities are just endless. A common one is like you super dash at them and then you call Yamcha assist. And a lot of people are going to be pressing buttons here, and they're going to get hit, and you get a full combo. It leaves them standing, like I mentioned with Bardock and 16 assists. Really, really useful to leave the opponent standing. You get a full combo afterwards, plus any setup that you're doing is guaranteed to work, whether they get hit or whether they block it. But there are so many other situations, like say that you're landing from a jump, and you're scared that they're going to down heavy you. Just call Yamcha, he'll hit them. You get a full combo afterward. Or like if you do something unsafe, you want to keep yourself safe, just call Yamcha. It's ridiculous. This assist is just so good. Really, the only downsides are it doesn't go full screen, although it does go close. It reaches pretty far, but not quite full screen. And also the downside that you have to play Yamcha to use this assist. And especially if you're running him in the third slot, he's pretty tough to actually get stuff done with without an assist to help him out. But if you ignore that weakness, just purely the power of the assist, this is so ridiculously good. One of the best in the game. One of my favorite assists to use just because of its extreme power that it offers you. So big fan of Yamcha assist, and I think that if you try it yourself, you will not be disappointed with how much utility it has, how powerful it is, and how useful it is with pretty much any character. So here we are at number 1. The number 1 assist in the game, in my opinion, is Super Saiyan Vegeta. A lot of you probably saw this coming, and I know it's kind of the boring answer, but Super Saiyan Vegeta assist is just too good. So obviously they did nerf it a while ago. It does have one big downside now, which is that you can super dash or you can reflect after you're already blocking it. But to me, this is not that huge of a weakness. I mean, obviously it's a problem, but the assist is still insanely good even with this downside. Because, well, for one thing, if you call the assist and they try to reflect or super dash through it, you're still greatly limiting their options if they block it. You know that they have a very limited set of options that they can do afterwards. So, you can bait the super dash with down heavy. You can keep them locked down with attacks to make sure they don't get a chance to reflect. You can kind of shore up those weaknesses. But even outside of situations where the opponent blocks the assist, it's so good. Like, first of all, it reaches full screen. Can we talk about how crazy that is? It's easy to forget that this is one of the best lockdown assists in the game, and it reaches full screen. Almost no other lockdown assist can say that it can do that. But also really good for combos as well. Obviously one of the best combo assists in the game because it holds them still for so long. Like, you can set up whatever you want while they're stuck blocking this. It's crazy for that reason. You can also use it defensively really well, so like if you're locking the opponent down in the corner, you know they want to vanish out. People love to vanish out of the corner, but just call Vegeta assist, and then all of a sudden, you get a full combo in exchange for them trying to vanish out. It's so good in that situation, and that comes up a lot. Like, many times per round, you'll probably have a situation where the opponent wants to vanish, but the threat of Vegeta assist is just too strong. It's too good in those corner lockdown situations. But the main reason why I think this assist is the best in the game is it just enables a lot of stuff that no other assist can. Like, it lets a lot of characters combo between supers in ways that they normally can't do, which enables a lot of extra damage at the end of combos for pretty much every character. It'll let you combo off your super if you've got a fast super. Really good for that reason. Or if there's a move that's a little bit difficult to combo into, like this boo grab thing, Vegeta sets it up perfectly. You can get them in a combo, call Vegeta, throw the ball, and then go into the mix-ups and stuff. Like, no other assist does this. It's so ridiculous for that reason, and I think that there's a lot of characters in the game who are like, B tier, but then they become A tier if you add Vegeta assist. It's really, like, just so unique. Like, Yamcha, Gotenks, and Kid Buu assist kind of do similar things. Same with Goku Black, Super Saiyan Goku, Tien, those, and Cell kind of too. Those kind of accomplish similar goals for you, but nothing can replicate Vegeta assist. It's the best in the game at what it does, and really it's the only assist that does what it does. No other assist is full screen, has this level of hit stun on hit, this amount of block stun on block. It's just insane. So I feel like I've said enough. Let me know down in the comments, what do you guys think? Am I wrong? What do you think are some assists that I left off this list that should be on the list? Make sure to shout me out in the comments and let me know. I always read the comments, so make sure to let me know down there. Also, you can click either of the links here on screen to see more videos from me. You can click the sub button so you never miss an upload. I upload 5 days a week. Or you can click the link to my Patreon to help support the channel. It really means a lot to me. So that's it for the video, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.